Check it out without a doubt, teachers I'm teaching, bringing new knowledge, oh yes I'm reaching, class in session, you learning them lessons, that's right my man, so check out this assessment, all these issues man we addressing, showing and improving, yes we manifesting, classroom, hip hop 101.
The classroom, hip hop 101.
The classroom, hip hop 101.
Peace, brothers and sisters. This is Half Pint from the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy. And we are on location at St. John's University at the ERC 2020 conference, Ignite the Fire. Right now, we're in our segment, The Recess. And I'd like to thank my co-hosts, Alex and Heaven.
Hi, my name is Heaven Bernardo.
My name is Alex Rivera.
This is the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy.
What you have is you have a number of people who have confused power and title with leadership.
Black Edfluencers-United.
In a revolutionary situation, no matter how unpopular that word has become in this country.
Peace, brothers and sisters. As a gathering for Black educators comes to a close for this year, 2019-20 school year, I want to stop some of the guests that we have here and interview them.
It's Avril Morton, and tonight I think what really stands out is just being able to take the words that Dr. Crew said, which was, if you want to paint, you pick up that brush.
I thought it was phenomenal. I thought it's going to be a very, very powerful organization that's going to impact change for our Black and brown youth.
This meeting has truly empowered me to become a part of this organization.
One thing that I took away is that there's definitely a need for there to be a group of Black educators to represent Black people or Black kids in New York City.
Nutrition and food is an overlooked key to education that unlocks genius.
These are the power movers and the shakers that got this started.
Well, I wrote a book called The Ethereal Hike. Excuse me. Basically, for people that don't know, our daughter passed away from suicide at 20. And I would say like her suicide just shed light to a bunch of dysfunction that had been going on and that existed in our family, in childhood, in our life. And I guess I wasn't even aware, to be honest. So after having written the book, it's just, I needed to release, I needed to get it out, I needed to be free.
I can tell you from Yonkers, it's a a pretty rough place. You know what I mean? We went to school, we came up hard. You had to have certain fights, certain places. You try to do your thing, but when I got into music, I think it depends on who the kid is and where he's at and where he's around.
Welcome back to the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with your host, Dr. Blizzy. We just participated in a phenomenal conference, the Educational Revolutionary Conference, and we were honored to have two very special guests. I have here to my right, Styles P and Adjua Styles.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us, Dr. Blizzy.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming and sharing your experience. In the conference, you spoke a lot about having courageous conversations, and I know you have this book, and you're giving like a personal testimony, and so many people from the workshop were just inspired by what you said. What is your message to young mothers, and can you tell us a little bit more about the book?
Okay, well, the book is called The Ethereal Hike. It was conceived basically because I needed to be free, I needed to release, I needed to purge. Basically, our daughter passed away from suicide at 20, and just that situation alone was able to forced us to peel back a lot of layers and reflect in terms of, me, in terms of myself, my family. And, I just think it's important to be honest and open with your feelings, what you're going through, good or bad, because people, for the most part, tend to focus on the great days and everything's amazing. But when the trauma happens or when certain things happen in your life, you don't really pay attention to how, your life, I don't think some people pay attention to how they live their life after those experiences. So I think it's important to process, see how things affect you, understand how they affect you, what triggers you, and moving forward, you could kind of understand your behavior patterns and what makes you tick and why you do certain things.
You say something that's so important. People only want to show the best side, and we have this culture, right. Social media. Everybody wants to, get as many likes as they possibly can get and give this perception of that they're living their best life. But you guys showed another side, which is now sparked a conversation around being open, being vulnerable, and connecting. How has it been received, from others within the industry and the community?
I feel like it's been received well. I mean, our community, our peers, everybody's in pain. Everybody wants to at some point, be able to be transparent or have someone that they can relate to, or at least know there's someone that understands where they're coming from. So for us, it's pretty much our duty, especially with her being an author and us having these stores. We have to be transparent with people. It's our pretty much duty to kind of be transparent and not worry about how you receive it. If people aren't receiving you with open arms, you don't worry about it. You just worry about those who do receive you with the open arms, and you keep it moving from there.
The interesting thing is, I feel like it's been a bit of a relief for people that we've just opened up a certain aspect, for conversation, so to speak, because people come out of the woodworks for things to talk about with us, which I don't think they would have ever felt comfortable saying certain things until we exposed certain things. We were willing to talk about certain things, which makes other people more willing.
Yeah.
So it was great. It's a great,
Well, one of the things I thought of is that some people could have taken the approach like, well, you know what, I don't want to talk about that because people are going to judge me as a parent.
Definitely.
And then people are going to say, well, what did they do? Because that's the trend that people tend to do, not understanding that mental health is something that, it has nothing to do with your parenting skills. It's something to do with mental health and getting healthy. And we know in our community, we're not intentional about that. Right?
Yeah.
I think about some of your business ventures. It seems to all be built around health.
Yes.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Your model, right?
That's our model.
Can you talk to me? You got Farmacy for Life. You got Juices for Life. What is Farmacy for Life?
Farmacy for Life is the brainchild of my beautiful wife here.
Okay.
We sell black seed oil, oil of oregano, Irish sea moss, sour sap leaves. It's just black people don't go to the doctor enough or don't get health insurance enough. Layman's terms. So you need preventative ways to make sure your immune system is up and you putting the right things in your body. Like if you we don't run around telling everybody be plant-based, be vegan, but we just say implement fruits and vegetables and natural oils and things that'll cure you and work with your wellness in your body.
I like that approach, because, vegans have a bad reputation.
Yeah, as obnoxious and know-it-alls.
Like the public relations side of the game got to get better, right?
That's why we make it our business to go. It's not a judgmental thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing to implement balance. Sure. Like we all, and anyway, people fall off whether you're working out or you're doing something. People fall off their wagon sometimes. You just want to feel comfortable and be in a place where it's people who care and you can kick it. We look at Juices for Life as cheers for healthy folks. So you could come in, get a fruit, get a veggie drink, get a wheatgrass, get a Seymour shake, get a smoothie, but you got a place and a foundation of people who care.
And Adjua, you
also
and
have a conversation.
Yeah, and you and I were talking off camera, and I was saying what's so powerful is that it's like it's what you're saying, but it's the lane that you're coming.
Right.
Hip hop, you're coming through the culture, you're coming through a vehicle where people can understand, and you're making it cool to be healthy.
Yeah. It is cool because it really is cool. It's like these are the foundations we were raised off in our household. Like you know what I mean? It's eat right, do healthy stuff, try to stay okay. Once you move out and you start doing things on your own, it's easy to get caught up in the fast food life and moving around and eating the wrong things. So we just we basically going back to the roots.
All right. So I have one last question. In the presentation, we kind of got into, I think, Adjua, you were talking about, I don't know if it was you, Styles, but you were talking about kind of like we look back at our family history. We look back at dysfunction.
We as people, we got to care about our community, our family, these kids. So you got to get everybody. If you're in pain, you got to tell your kid. You got to tell your brother. You got to tell your neighbor. You got to tell your friend. Like, we don't really check on each other enough. Like, before we even get to these groups and finding other mental health classes and all that, you got to really question yourself. Are you doing enough for yourself, your family, your neighbors? Are you really checking in? Are we really asking each other the right questions?
Right? And kind of almost from a generational thing, and then we've arrived to the place of being intentional and understanding it. And I think in many of our families, I can just look into my own family. I can decide, I know I see where my dysfunction lies and how it plays into my relationships and how I have to think about those things. Can you just kind of reiterate that? Like what were you saying about like being intentional about looking back so that you can understand where we are?
Well, for me, I was, just to relate it to the book, for me, when my daughter passed, I immediately reflected on myself because I had the same thoughts at the same age. So now I'm like, okay, this is just not a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? There's a little bit more to this. And then I started thinking about, doing some more research within the family and finding out that things are not just exclusive. They're like, it's more of a pattern of certain behaviors with certain things. So I don't even think a lot of people are aware of what they're living with on a day-to-day, or until certain things happen, and then they're either stigmatized or they're ridiculed, and then it forces you to kind of delve into what the issue is. Like with my daughter, after that, the suicide had allowed me to really, focus on the dysfunction, because I really didn't know it existed that much. Like, I knew some things were crazy, and I knew, some things were off, but I didn't know it was as bad as it was. And now it's like to the point where I want to make it so present, and I want to make a discussion about it, and others don't. But I want to change, and that's what I say about living in truth and being open and honest and living your truth, because your truth most of the times is will keep you the sanest, the most peaceful, healthy. Your truth, not anyone else's truth. Your truth.
Well, I think I'm learning a lot from this, and I'm reflecting on my own personal self. So I just want to ask. Are you, how can schools get in touch with you? If somebody wants to reach out to you guys and have you come, maybe do a book signing, come talk to you, what is the pathway to reach you as it relates to that?
I'm the guy. I'm easy to find.
Well, we have,
everything starts from, we have
Styles
Speed Booking, we have Hovain, we have a lovely Tara over there that
So we got Adjua Styles booking, Styles P booking. So look out for them. Styles P booking, Adjua Styles booking. Get them to come out to your school to talk to your community about this very important subject. I'm getting the rap. So this is Dr. Blake, Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy. Thank you again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Blake, CEO of True SK Consultants. True SK Consultants, the True stands for Teaching, Reading Uniquely to Reverse Underperformance, and the SK stands for School. So we're not old school, we're not new school, but we're true school. We are an innovative company focused on whole school reform. And today I'd like to introduce you to my corporate partners who focus on parent and student engagement.
Hi, I'm Savannah Banana. I'm an entrepreneur. I am 8 years old. I am a fashion designer and I am in 2nd grade. The company I own is Savannah Banana Clothing. I am partnered up with True SK Consultants to show kids how cool it is to be a business owner. Hi, I'm Brazil Dow and I'm an entrepreneur. Hi, I'm Princey Dow and I'm an entrepreneur. We are the Dow twins. We are 8 years old in the 2nd grade. We act, we model, we have a store online, we write children's books, and we co-develop a learning app that helps kids with spelling words and sight words. But what we are most known for is our kid-friendly brand of water called Water to Kids that we created to get kids healthy with hydration. We partnered with True SK Consultants to teach kids the importance of healthy habits and how to become entrepreneurs.
Hi, I'm Chloe Pope and I'm an entrepreneur.
I am 10 years old and in the 4th grade. I am the CEO and owner of Chloe D Speaks. I am a celebrity kid blogger and I am also a proud partner of True SK Consultants, and I'm here to teach young kids like me how to start their own businesses.
Now I'd like to introduce you to the parents of my partners.
Hi, I'm Melina Dow. I'm the mommy of the Dow twins. Myself and my young entrepreneurs have partnered with True SK Consultants and Dr. Blake to share all of the information that we've learned on our journey. We want to help parents and their children learn new methods of teaching kids healthy habits and entrepreneurship.
Hello everyone, my name is Sandra Jordanay and I'm the mother of Chloe D. She is the CEO of Chloe D Speaks, and we're both partners of True SK Consultants. This venture is very important to me because Chloe, when she started reading, she wasn't interested in reading or writing, and I found a way to have her improve her reading and writing skills through blogging. And through the blogging, we created the company Chloe D Speaks. And I think that the model that I use to help Chloe become a better writer, a better reader, and a better interviewer was through the blogging aspect. And so I'm happy to be with True SK Consultants to help teach parents how to get their children involved in improving whatever skills they need to improve along with entrepreneurship.
Hi, my name is Jessica Smith. I'm the proud mother of Savannah Banana. I have partnered with True SK Consultants to show parents how cool it would be to teach their children how to own and operate their very own business. My intentions are to show parents the step-by-step process on how to begin a business for their child.
Bringing modern technology to schools across the country. Bridging the gaps between the administration, students, and their parents. Creating a secure and enriched educational environment for both students and administration. We are WorldCast Live. WorldCast Live's groundbreaking technology was founded under these 5 principles: communication, parent engagement, instruction, fundraising, and security. Communication. Close the communication gap within their institution. For example, principals can speak directly to parents live, sharing beginning of the year message. or remind parent of important upcoming events. Parent engagement. Help schools increase parent and community engagement. For example, parents can log into PTA meeting from home or on the go with full interactive engagement. Instructions. Provides a platform to showcase school projects and curriculum to parents who cannot make it to school event. In addition, WCL can be used as an instructional tool to teach student filmmaking and broadcasting process, thus learning a skill that will make them career and college ready. Fundraising. Provides a way to generate revenue for schools and organizations to fund school projects, sports teams, clubs, and activities. Security. Your privacy is our #1 priority. Creating a digital space where our children and education providers are protected is at the very core of our platform. Cloud education is the future, and WorldCast Live aims to integrate technology in all facets of the school curriculum. Be a part of the leap forward that will revolutionize online education.
I'm here with
Mr. Jeff Dess at the Education Revolution Conference. Haven't we out here?
Yeah! So, I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
So, with this whole education revolution, how do you feel students will really adapt to everything going on?
Yeah, you know, students are already adapting. So we just got to give them that extra push. So it's just up to the educators to make sure that the things that you love to do, the things that you love to listen to, the things that you want to watch are being included into your classroom, into your homework, into your lessons and things of that nature. So the adaptation's coming, it's coming.
I like that. Do you feel like the educators would really want to do something like this? Even if it doesn't go again with their curriculum?
Yeah, I think they do. Educators do want to do it, but it's up to the administration. So the students got to do is talk to the teachers, but make sure you're talking to the principals and the vice principals and the chancellors and all those other people. Because I think the teachers want to do it, but we just got to do some extra work. So it's happening. I think it's slowly happening. We just got to push them a little harder.
So more protesting.
Listen, you didn't hear that from me. I didn't say to protest, but you do have to take some action. So that means doing your work and having the conversations that are meaningful with the people that you have to do. So protests do help, but most importantly, what will help the most is having those conversations with the people who matter most.
Okay, thank you.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's the end of my questions?
Yes.
I got no more?
No.
All right, I'll take it.
Do you have any final thoughts?
I do. So here's my final thought. Make sure you follow me. Oh, no, I'm just kidding. But no, in all seriousness, make sure you follow us at Trill or Not Trill on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. TrillOrNotTrill.com. Our main focus is to make sure that students such as yourselves are ready for the world whenever they're ready to go out there. So, you know, I want to make sure that y'all are the best that you possibly can be. And we're going to have some fun while we're doing it. So we're going to educate, we're going to entertain, and we're going to excel at every time.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you.
Heaven, high fives though. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate y'all.
Hi, my name is Alex Rivera. This is the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy, and we are on location at the ERC 2020 convention at St. John's University.
I'm Brandon Torrey.
Nice to meet you. What, in your opinion, what type of impact do you think this is going to have on the kids that are here today?
This conference, I think, is incredible. I mean, just the opportunity to be on a beautiful campus like this, I think, is amazing for the kids. And hopefully, you know, with us sharing stories, it could give some gems and some impact as well. So I think it'll be a great impact.
How many kids do you think would be impacted by the information that they will learn today?
How many kids is here?
A lot.
A lot of kids, man, yeah. Everybody.
All right, cool. Any final thoughts?
I just think it's a beautiful event. I think you guys have done a great job putting it together. Doing these interviews is fantastic. And, you know, I really enjoy speaking with the kids. I would love to come back. So thank you so much.
Appreciate it. All right, back to you.
Hi, my name is Heaven Bernardo. This is the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy. And we are on location at the ERC, the 2020 conference at St. John's University. And I'm here with two guests. So, what's your name?
Madupe. Valentine.
And basically, I'm gonna just ask you a couple of questions. So, what's the name of your school?
Benjamin Banneker Academy. Same.
Okay. And how do you feel about your school?
I like it now. They provide a lot of opportunities, and we get to be ourselves, because coming from the school I used to go to and being where I am now, it's a better option.
Yeah?
I love Benjamin Banneker Academy. Sigley School, I recommend going to if the schools are. But as well, it provides a lot of courses into the classes and everything. So it's a great school.
Oh, how is a program? I just joined and I want to know like what's it about.
So which program?
What do I say?
I feel like with me being an advisee in school, because I'm on student council for advising, I'm basically helping the students in school work with like the problems that they have. I talk to them like on a daily basis. I'll sit with them and just talk to them, be like, all right, what problems y'all got going on? And they'll talk to me during lunch and just say, and I'll be like, all right, this is what you gotta do. Do this, do this, do this, and just ignore them. Like, if something happens and you're about to get into an altercation or a fight, just like, don't do anything that's so much that you're gonna get suspended for. So yeah. And back to you.
All right, hi, my name is Alex Rivera. This is the Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy, and we are on location at the ERC 2020 convention at St. John's University. I'm here with
Chandra Pitts, the CEO of One Village Alliance.
My question for you is, what type of advice would you give to any of the youth that showed up today, or youth around the world?
So I run a global social justice organization, so I would say to the youth here and around the world to really just live in your truth, be courageous, take action when action is to be taken, and don't be silent. There's real greatness inside of each of you, so know your value, know your worth, and be great.
Do you have any type of final thoughts or anything about what's going on today?
Yeah, I think the Education Revolution Conference is an extraordinary initiative. Our organization, One Village Alliance, does work around the world, and we want to take this, not only grow the work that's being done in New York, but the conference is also in Jamaica, and hopefully in the near future we'll expand into Africa and include all of the schools that we're in. We're in 240 schools throughout Ghana, and we'd love to see the Education Revolution Conference happen there. So the world needs more of this.
I'm Dr. Shungo Blake, also known as the nation's hip hop principal. I'm referred to as the nation's hip hop principal for the work that I've done in terms of improving schools and using hip hop as part of the process. Using hip hop as a communication tool, as an instructional tool. If you look now, you'll see a lot of different variations of people using hip hop in schools. You'll see it in like after school programs. We've seen our former First Lady Michelle Obama use it to promote the message of health. You've seen it on Broadway now with Hamilton. But when you trace back to the pioneer who started the hip hop education movement, you're looking at that person. Over 13 years ago, I was able to take a low-performing middle school that nobody wanted to go to, that was on the state list and was second to last in reading and in math. And it became the #1 school in the district, outperforming all the other schools, the most sought-after school in the Jamaica Queens area. And part of what we used as an ingredient for that reform was in fact using hip hop to bring in a different message to the students, to engage them in a way where they change their attitudes towards learning. How many schools have I gotten to improve and change the curriculum? We're looking at right now, from the model that we developed, I would say 10 schools that we have made significant improvements with. We were in Tribeca Film Festival 2 years in a row. We were used as a national model for HBO. HBO used us and said to other schools, try to copy something like this. We were on Oprah Winfrey. So what we did it's well publicized. What I decided to do was go back and do the research to understand the educational significance of what it was that we did. Who's my favorite rapper? My favorite rapper, I'm so glad that you asked this question because this ties everything that I've said into one bundle. My favorite rapper is Nas. And He's my favorite rapper because to me, he's not a rapper. He is an MC in the purest definition of what an MC is. He's lyrical, he's original, he's creative, and he's intelligent. Nas raps are more poetry than anything else. All the elements of standard poetry you can find in his music. Personification, imagery, similes, metaphors, the way he tells stories, plots, settings. You can actually listen to a Nas song and actually see it. You can actually close your eyes and see what he is talking about. So here's my question. This is very important. Nas dropped out before going to high school. So what was it about the environment of the school that they didn't realize that they had, as a student, someone who was a mix between Shakespeare and Picasso? How did they miss that? Why wasn't the environment such that it would have cultivated him to do, and he would have excelled in school and loved school because it would have been an environment made for that genius mind? See, the curriculum was too slow and his mind was too fast and he got bored. And what I find is that all throughout this country, you have a lot of guys who dropped out of high school that are a lot smarter than those of us who went through. But their minds were quicker, the curriculum was slow, and they weren't engaging them. So how many Nas's have we turned out to the street never to make it? How many 50 Cents, who was a phenomenal businessman and never went to business school? How many of them, he dropped out as well. How many of them are dropping out? It's because Nas and 50 made it in spite of. But what would happen if we created the environment where all these little Nas's and 50s would flourish? And that's why I want you hip hoppers to get with me so that we can create those kind of environments and do something different and do something in a way that really has a positive impact on our community. And I know most of these artists want to do it. They just need the right voice.
This is Hank Shockley from the infamous Bomb Squad.
Checking out the Styles family, Styles P.
Adjua Styles.
What's good, T.O.D.D. Dr. Todd Craig.
Hey, this is Roxanne Shante.
Hey, check this out. This is Dr. Blizzy in the place to be, and I'm in the place to be with DMC.
And the only place for you to ever be. Coming to the Classroom Hip Hop 101.
And you are checking out Classroom Hip Hop 101.
You're in the Classroom Hip Hop 101.
I'm my son, and this is Classroom Hip Hop 101.
With Dr. Blizzy. Getting busy. With Dr. Blizzy.
With Dr. Blizzy. Yeah!
With my man, Dr. Blizzy. You already know how he gets down. Queens all day.
With Dr. Blizzy.
Hey, if you've enjoyed this very important academic conversation around what's happening with our children in our urban schools, please go to our YouTube channel, The Classroom Hip Hop 101 with Dr. Blizzy. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Let's start the conversation. Let's spread the conversation. Let's continue to build with each other.